Something quiet just happened. Picture this moment as if you're standing inside it. The screen isn't flashing. The room isn't loud. Outside, the day moves at its usual pace. Maybe it's early morning, light slipping softly through a window. Maybe it's night, the glow of a phone reflected on tired eyes. Nothing about this moment demands attention. And yet, it carries weight. At first glance, it's almost easy to miss. No dramatic headlines racing across timelines. No urgent alerts breaking the calm. Just a simple update, appearing quietly in the official records of Music Canada. No countdown. No announcement video. Just confirmation sitting there with quiet certainty. Kim Taehyung, known globally as V of BTS, has earned 4 gold single certifications in Canada. Not one over many years. Not scattered moments stitched together. 4 titles recognized together, in the same breath. Christmas Tree. Love Me Again. Slow Dancing. Friends. Different sounds, different emotional temperatures, different chapters of his solo journey. And yet, all arriving at the same place. Gold certification in Canada isn't about trends that flare and fade. It's about verified listening. About music that stays. Streams that continue long after release schedules end and promotions quiet down. Proof that people didn't just hear the songs once. They returned to them. Again and again. And that's where the atmosphere of this moment deepens. These songs didn't grow side by side. They weren't pushed together. They lived separate lives. One became a winter companion, soft and familiar. Another lingered in late-night playlists, calm and restrained. One moved with a subtle groove, unhurried. Another held emotion carefully, never forcing it forward. They found listeners at different times, in different moods, under different skies. Fans noticed this almost immediately. Across timelines, the reactions weren't explosive. They were warm, steady, a kind of collective nod. Many wrote that it felt expected, not because the achievement was small, but because consistency has become part of Taehyung's musical identity. There was pride, but it was quiet pride. The kind that comes from watching something grow naturally. Some fans pointed out the range. How each song feels like a different room, lit by different colors, yet all belong to the same house. Others talked about how these tracks slipped into everyday life. On commutes under gray skies. Late nights with dim lights and headphones on. Calm moments that didn't need words. That's not how temporary popularity works. Canada is a competitive market. Streams there don't happen by accident. They happen because people choose to listen. Because a song feels like it belongs somewhere in their day. When that choice is multiplied thousands of times, quietly over weeks and months, it turns into certification. And that's the heart of this story. This isn't about a single hit or a loud peak. It's about trust. About listeners returning without being asked. About music that doesn't chase attention, but earns it by staying honest. Industry observers often say that numbers tell stories when you listen closely. These numbers speak of patience. Of music allowed to breathe. Of an artist confident enough to let the work exist without urgency. There was no pressure surrounding this moment. No specific hour when fans were told to act. No single event driving the surge. These songs simply lived alongside people's routines. They became part of the background and sometimes the foreground of real life. And that kind of presence is rare. As this milestone settles quietly into the record books, its meaning becomes clearer. Taehyung's solo presence isn't defined by volume. It's defined by longevity. By music that continues to resonate beyond language, beyond location, beyond the moment it was released. 4 gold certifications don't just mark success. They confirm durability. They suggest a foundation rather than a peak. Something built to last even in silence. For fans, that realization carries a unique satisfaction. Not the rush of celebration, but the calm of knowing something meaningful is unfolding exactly as it should. No need to explain it. No need to frame it as a surprise. Because when music is rooted in sincerity, results tend to arrive like this. Quietly, clearly, undeniably. And maybe that's why this moment feels complete. It doesn't demand attention. It invites reflection. 4 songs, 4 moods, 1 quiet confirmation that real impact doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it simply stays, letting time do the talking. If you enjoyed this kind of calm, in-depth storytelling and don't want to miss moments like this, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Run with Bangtan, and turn on notifications. Your support helps this channel continue sharing thoughtful updates, real milestones, and the quiet moments that truly matter. Because chapters like this don't close stories. They quietly open the next one.